Welcome back to another adventure on Tin Cup Outdoors. This is the first half of a 3,200 mile road trip through Utah and Arizona. Joining me is my childhood friend Phil from Connecticut. And our ride is my ever reliable 1986 Volkswagen Vanagon. We'll skip ahead 600 miles to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we have our first breakdown of the trip. Just finished taking the dash apart. We're having some trouble with the speedometer cable. It's like making a really nasty noise, so we got some graphite lubricant, clean that up so hopefully it stops making squealing noise. And then we also had to do a little bit of messing around with the cruise control. I think one of the wires got disconnected. That's reconnected, and I think we're ready to go now. Phil bought some Rain-X and is cleaning the very dirty windows. And then we're gonna go fuel up, and we got 5 more hours until camp. Phil's first time driving the van. We just got out of Albuquerque, and we got another 140 miles to go. Okay, we just made it into the Monument Valley National Park area. We are staying at some random little campsite. All right, and that is it for day 1 on the road. We ended up putting 900 miles onto the van to make it out to Monument Valley National Park. We're staying at a small campsite right past the Hummingbird Campground. Right outside of our campsite, there was a short hike to a vista that overlooked the valley. We spent about an hour up there soaking in the views and watching the sunset, but after 3 hours of sleep at a truck stop last night, we were pretty quick to turn in for the night. The air is gelid, not far above freezing. Perhaps this is the loveliest hour of the day, although it's hard to choose. Much depends on the season. In midsummer, the sweetest hour begins at sundown, right after the awful heat of the afternoon. But now in April, we'll take the opposite, that hour beginning with sunrise. The birds, returning from wherever they go in winter, seem inclined to agree. The pinyon jays are whirling in garrulous, gregarious flocks from one stunted tree to the next and back again. Erratic, exuberant games without any apparent practical function. A few big ravens hang around and croak harsh, clanking statements of smug satisfaction from the rimrock. I can hear but seldom see the canyon wrens singing their distinctive song from somewhere up on the cliffs, a flute-like descent, never ascent, of the whole tone scale, staking out new nesting claims, I understand. Also, invisible but invariably present, at some indefinable distance are the mourning doves, whose plaintive call suggests irresistibly a kind of seeking out, the attempt by separate souls to restore a lost communion. After taking a pretty leisurely morning, we're excited to get back on the trail and see what's in store for us today. The first thing on the docket is to find a flat piece of concrete to do some repairs on the van. The slider door refused to shut, so we've been just spraying it down with
dry lithium grease.
The shifter would not hit first and second, so I went down there and adjusted shifter linkage. Feels pretty good now, so I think we are good to go.
We are good to go.
In the parking lot of Monument Valley National Park. Yeah, good views though, working on the van, Phil. which is just wild. Me and Phil are in the basin of the Monument Valley, and we're just planning out the day. I think we're going to turn the van around, head back out, and head up to the what's it called?
Mocha Dugway Switchback.
Mocha Dugway Switchback. It's in the northern side of Valley of the Gods. So we'll go through that and then drive up the Dugway and hang out there for a while. Just made a quick stop at the Forrest Gump road running spot. Now we're headed to Mocha Dugway. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay, we just packed up our little lunch camp, hung out here for a couple hours, and now we packed up and we're moving on. We're going to head over to the Natural Bridge National Monument. We're gonna find a camp up in the mountains somewhere tonight, and then I guess head over to Moab tomorrow evening. Natural Bridges National Monument has been occupied for over 9,000 years. The park consists of 3 major bridges. The first one being Sipapu, which means the place of emergence, the entryway which Hopi people believe their ancestors came into this world. The park is also home to some excellently preserved ruins, believed to be from the Pueblo people, dated to around 700 years ago. The next bridge is Kachina, named for the ancient rock art along the bridge that resembles symbols on Hopi Kachina dolls. The last and oldest bridge is a Wachomo, meaning rock mound. This bridge is the thinnest of all 3 from years of erosion. After spending a few hours in the park, we moved on towards Bears Ear National Monument to find a place to camp. I see cliff. cliff, Phil.
Oh yeah, we're getting there.
Bears Ear Buttes. Here's our campsite for tonight. It was quite tricky getting in here. We got stuck a little bit for a couple minutes, but made it out all right. And here's our view. Took a little bit of leveling back here to make this work. But it looks pretty legit.
Okay. Yes, retrograde satellites experience orbit decay faster.
Just woke up a little while ago. It's about 7:30 right now, and we're just hanging out on the cliffs. Got our little cowboy kitchen out here, making up some sausage egg sandwiches. All right, me and Phil just packed up camp. Fire's out, ready to go. We're going to, I guess, run up the road a little bit and check out where that goes, and then head into Moab.
Should be fun.
Yeah, about a 2-hour drive if we can make it out of here. Kind of got stuck on the way in.
Yeah. Now we gotta go back through that.
Yeah, it'll probably be all right though.
I think so.
Phil's currently trying to fix our slider door. For some reason, it's having a problem staying latched. So as we were coming up the mountain at a relatively safe rate of speed, it opened about 6 times. Our camp from last night is somewhere up on that ridge. On our way up to Moab, we decided to stop at the Butler Wash Ruins. The Anasazi hunted and farmed corn, beans, and squash here for generations. Whether it was drought, overuse of natural resources, or disputes with neighboring people, this site was also abandoned 700 years ago. Alright, not much longer. Almost done driving.
Yes.
All right, we're cruising. We're about in the middle of the pack. going for about an hour cruise out to the middle of Moab somewhere, and kind of showed up a little bit late today. Met a couple folks, and then we hopped in line, and we're going driving. I got no oil pressure. Phil and I are trying to keep up with these 70-year-old vans
that are doing way better than us.
They are flying down these roads, and the washboards, they're brutal. My oil pressure dropped to a 0, but now it's like bouncing all around. So I think it's just a wiring issue, that maybe the ground wired on something. Tear 'em down.
Rim or you can't down. It's just all here. We're all here on the North and down. Off of the other cliff on the other side. That's
Wow.
what we were trying to get to. All the way before the fall balance here. Yeah. And then look down on the river.
What stopped you?
Couldn't get lost. I need to go find a way to get.
Me and Phil were talking about how dusty it is on this trail.
We're gonna have emphysema by the end of this.
Phil and I are in this Neverending Canyon, in the middle of the caravan. It is insane how big this canyon
We've
is.
been going for like 30 miles in this canyon. It's great.
It feels like, and we're going at like 45 miles an hour easy. I'm kind of glad that we're doing it with the caravan, because it would take me like 2 years to get it. Like, I would stop at every pull off and like go walk around or go swimming in the river.
I don't know. He was driving that way.
He's putting his rocker back.
When we come back up the hill, please spread out. It's a very steep climb out of there. Do not ride each other. If somebody needs to shift, stay in a low gear. Low gears, take it slow, just crawl up the hill. It's a steep cliff off to the right side coming out. So that's all I'll say. It's beautiful country, but just spread out. Okay, they just keep coming. Slow, you're about to drop in, slow. Nicely done, nicely done. Textbook. Okay, let's go this way just a little bit. Okay, straight, straight. Go that way a little bit more.
As we complete our first real obstacle, the caravan starts to gain some confidence in these old V-dubs. Being green to Utah overlanding in general, and how the Utah VW Club rolls, Phil and I had no idea the trails that lay ahead of us.
We had one. Man, it smokes.
Steep fall.
I'm assuming we're going down that road.
I reckon so. We turned into our Desert Bandito attire because the dust is getting pretty thick on this little dirt road.
Not a lot of wind in here.
Really not bad. Keep going on me. That. Yeah, we saw you like drifting along the hill there.
Oh yeah, I went exactly where I did not want to go.
Made it. Too much, I guess.
It's not a rope.
Just right up it.
All right, me and Phil are back on the trail. We are headed out to the Needles Overlook. We've been driving for a couple hours now. Super dusty so far. Sand duning.
good.
Alright, perfect. We're leaving the Looking Glass Arch right now. Super cool spot. We stayed here and had lunch with the caravan, and now I think we're headed out to Needles Overlook. Don't know how long that is away, but we're just staying in line. Try not to fall behind.
Yeah.
Nearly 76 Volkswagens joined in for the last day of our desert adventure. The last stop of the weekend was Needles Overlook. The vista gave us views into the wilds of Canyonlands National Park. The scale on its own is hard to comprehend, let alone translating that through a camera lens. We spent an hour sharing stories gathered on the road, oogling over split window buses, and gearing up for the trail ahead.
Harder than a bear, it's all it
Bring
takes.
a man!
We just left Needles Overlook. It was really cool. We had lunch out there with everybody, and now I think we're heading back to the warehouse. We're gonna hang out at the warehouse, probably say our goodbyes, and then we're gonna head into town, do some laundry, and hopefully find a shower. We need it. Yeah, it's been a while, and we're real dusty. So after that, I think we're gonna go into Arches National Park after 4 p.m. so we don't have to schedule a time. And then we will hit the road west towards Goblin Valley State Park.
Yep.
And that is where we're gonna stealth camp somewhere out there tonight. Thanks for watching this episode of Tin Cup Outdoors. We've put about 1,400 miles onto the van so far, and we're only halfway done. Tune in next time for the second half of our trip through southern Utah and into Arizona. I would say it's snowing Dippin' Dots.
Holy dude.
Yeah. Snow and Dippin' Dots.